What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, the YouTube Assassin, and I read an amazing article from Gamerant, and I wanted to share some of the information with you that I got from it in regards to Dawn of Ragnarok. It's actually pretty wild. So, Gamerant releases this article about the Dawn of Ragnarok expansion. Though they call it a DLC, I prefer the term expansion because, as I've stated in past videos, this is how Ubisoft looks to be marketing it. Even Ubisoft doesn't come out and call it a DLC. It's not included in a Season 2 pass, and it's not called the third DLC. It's pretty much its own entry. So, unlike the crossover event with Valhalla and Odyssey, which they called an event, and, like the Yule season thing and whatnot, those are events. This, it's its own thing, which is pretty wild. Anyway, let's get back to what the article says. In Dawn of Ragnarok, we will return to the Dream State realms. We'll probably drink another potion from Valka most likely, but this time we'll end up in Svartalfheim, the Dwarven realm. The entire adventure will obviously have us playing as Havi, quote unquote, the male Eivor, Odin if you will. His main goal is going to be to save his son Balder. Along the way, he'll be battling brand new enemies, saving dwarves, and even taking down some flame and frost giants in the process. Now, those may be endgame bosses, kind of like we had in Asgard and Jotunheim, where we had these massive bosses. I really hope that they're challenging. I hope we have just tons of things that we have to do with them. I would absolutely love it. Now, it's also believed that this new realm is going to be 1/3 the size of the map of England. That would make for a decent sized map, and of course that would be why the devs are claiming that this will contain 35 to 40 hours of gameplay. There's obviously a main quest line and some side quests. Now, this does raise some questions and concerns for myself, one of which Gamerant does ask. Will anything you do in Svartalfheim impact Eivor in England? When you travel to Vinland, you can only obtain and use gear that can only be used in Vinland and can't be upgraded past its superior look. It remains that way, and the only way to wear the gear as you traverse England is to transmog gear you do have. Will this be the same with Svartalfheim? This would be kind of crazy. Why give us a possible 12-hour main story and add filler content? Tattoos, abilities, gear, weapons. Will any of this transfer from Havi to Eivor? It's a serious question. All of the skills and abilities would be easy to transfer and easily explainable, like it's in that realm, it's in the realm of possibility. She woke up having these abilities. Okay? The gear most likely wouldn't be. You would have to transmog the look. So we'd lose out on some awesome abilities or bonuses that came with the gear or weapons that we unlock or find in Svartalfheim. These are things that I'm going to look out for and report on as these details come in. Meanwhile, the article ends by going off the rails with math on hours of gameplay. I'll tell you right now, a game expansion or DLC should not be judged positively or negatively solely on hours alone. Obviously, it should be judged on gameplay, story, mechanics, controls, all kinds of things like that. But they threw out all kinds of numbers. So here are the maths that they provided. Dawn of Ragnarok itself will be 35 hours long, while Valhalla's main story was roughly 56 and a half hours long. So the claim is that Dawn of Ragnarok is nearly a full-fledged game. So, that's really, really short. It's nearly half. But is it including the side missions and everything like that, or is it seriously 35 hours of just story alone? That we need to figure out. They then go on to say that Odyssey is a mere 8 hours longer than Dawn of Ragnarok. Yes, Odyssey is roughly 43 hours long, meaning this expansion pack is nearly a full-fledged game once again. That is completely insane. Now, I don't recall how long it took me to actually play this game story alone. I know that you can complete it, I believe, in 12 hours. I think I did it for a specific video for a specific experiment, and obviously that was a new game plus. It wasn't, from start to finish. I don't know what that would be, how many hours that would be, but honestly, I think that that's kind of like a decent thing to attempt, just to play through without doing all the other side quests and everything. If anybody thinks that that's right, if anybody is just doing the story, by all means, let me know so that way I could look into this and maybe, put some truth here. Then, after that, though, it stated that Dawn of Ragnarok is longer than Assassin's Creed Origins by 5 hours. Yes, Origins is roughly 30 hours of gameplay. That is absolutely insane. Now, I do know, again, that Origins can be completed on a New Game Plus. If you just play the main story start to finish, you could do it in 6 hours, and I know that that's possible because of the fact that we did that the first time New Game Plus came out for Origins. There was a prize at the end, and as soon as it came out within 6 hours, all of YouTube knew exactly what the new prize was, and it's all because it's that quick of a game. It really is. That's not including all the side quests and all the filler and whatnot. So, I mean, that may make some sense. It might. It might. I would have to look into it. I would have to make this attempt, and I think it may be something that I might try just for the hell of it. Anyway, they also say finally that Dawn of Ragnarok is going to be longer than Assassin's Creed 1 through Syndicate. Now that's per game, not back-to-back play. Not you playing, AC1, then 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, yada yada. Not that way. If you played each individual game by themselves, it's longer than that. And that's true because Assassin's Creed 2, it took me 12 hours to complete every single thing in the game. I did it. I marathoned it. I forget what the purpose was, but that's absolutely plausible. So that I don't think is out of touch or an insane idea. But the rest of those numbers, I'm really not sure. And I have to see if that 35 hours of gameplay is just straight playing through Ragnarok, or if it includes all the side quests, chasing tattoos, things like that, which, again, makes no sense if we're not going to be able to take it to Midgard with us. So, overall, Dawn of Ragnarok seems very ambitious. A few people even joke that Valhalla is out of beta right now. March 10th, we're going to have our answer, though. In my honest opinion, I would still suggest waiting to see what my fellow YouTubers and myself say about the expansion before making a purchase or pre-ordering. I kind of have a feeling that you'll obtain the pre-order bonus, like it'll be unlocked somewhere in the game, but that's just me. I could be absolutely wrong on that, and if you think that the Twilight gear is worth the pre-order, by all means, go on. Me personally, I'm not impressed with the gear nor the weapon, but again, that's just me. That's just my playstyle. I actually lean more towards the Fallen Hero set, which we get for free from doing the tombs. But again, that's just my opinion. Now, one of my biggest fears is that it's 35 hours of River Raid-esque content filler. The story and the NPCs fall flat, and it's another unforgettable or forgettable part of the game. I don't want this to fail, but Ubisoft has not had a great track record with this game from day one. There are still things that are broken. Case in point, look at this deer. There are still people that cannot complete the game at all. They have no luck. They have absolutely nothing going on. And it's frustrating. We have the events where you logged in and you couldn't even move for a week. You had events where the event wouldn't pop for you if you did it last year. You know, all these things are really, I mean, it's a kind of a sad state of affairs when you think about it, that Ubisoft can't get this game together, and it really doesn't bode well for Assassin's Creed Infinity. It's really, really nerve wracking, I would say. But again, let's see what happens. Let's see if on March 10th it actually works, it functions, we're able to play it, there's no problems, and it's enjoyable. That's all I want from this game. There are a bunch of other questions that I have. The main one, again, is can we take whatever we find in Svartalfheim, can we take it to Midgard with us? Or are we only going to be able to transmog that stuff? It would seem like a waste if we could only have it in Svartalfheim. It would be actually kind of cool if it was something like, you know, Eivor wakes up and describes a weapon or a gear piece to Gunnar, and Gunnar constructs it based on, you know, the ideas or drawings of this dream. Maybe that's how they could bring it in. But I don't know what they're going to do. And to me, just having a whole bunch of filler content for Svartalfheim and not gaining anything in Midgard, I think that's kind of a waste. That's a waste of time. It's a waste of space. A lot of people are excited for this because they do truly enjoy the Norse mythology. You know, they enjoyed Asgard, they enjoyed Jotunheim. Some people, it's too much for. They don't care for that. Or, you know, they just want their stuff to come back with them, and they're worried it won't. But again, like I said, we'll see. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think of what you just heard? And what questions pop into your mind when you have heard all this stuff? Is there anything that you're worried about? Is there anything that you think that I missed? Any rumors that you've heard? Or anything that you are hoping to see and hoping is actually true? Especially as far as like the game hours go and everything like that. Do you think Dawn of Ragnarok is worth $40? Other than that, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Ya ye!